1, 2, 3.
Acid vision, intermission, want the truth, I'm speaking it. Hear it, I'm slipping.
Man, you know how we doing, man. Hey, yo, man, what's cracking, Nano Squad? It's your boy Z Gabe, and we back at it with another reaction video for y'all today. And today is not your traditional reaction video. As you can see, I'm in the same setup I was in my last video. If you haven't checked that out, it was something a little different. I did a little chemistry. Y'all go ahead and check that out on the channel. Y'all already know it's popping. So today, like I said, not your traditional NL Squad Dutch rap reaction video. Today we'll be reacting to one of my favorite artists' album, and I know y'all know who I'm talking about, and I know I'm already at a bias because this is my favorite artist, and I listened to the whole album this whole weekend, and I got time to marinate on it. But I thought, why not give the NL Squad a reaction to me reacting to my favorite artist of all time, that being J. Cole. So I'm gonna only react to one song of his, which is getting a lot of it's a little debatable between some, meaning you're either a die-hard Lil Pump or New Generation fan, or you're like me, who you're cool with that, but you like the conscious rap, the sociological rap who gets inside your brain, the intellect of an artist, which I admire a lot. Because like I said, if NL Squad, you already know, I love Steven Alice. Steven Alice reminds me of a type of J. Cole that's in the Netherlands. So, you know, I can appreciate good artistry, and J. Cole has been one of my favorite artists since I can remember, only because Friday Night Lights was probably the best mixtape I've ever heard. And then for that, and that being also Sideline Stories, because I was able to relate to him as a person. So today, I'm just talking about nothing. But, oh, also before I start the video, go ahead and I'm leaving the link in the description about my new channel, JMZ Talks, with my dad, where like new videos should be coming out soon. So be on the lookout for that. And like I said, you know what, let's get into it. Hey, I'll be reacting to J. Cole's 1985 song, Intro to the Fall Off. Now, this song's been getting a lot of publicity and a lot of hate towards it because they say it's a diss on the new generation of hip-hop. Now, I listened to this song before, so this is not my raw first take reaction about the song, but I can tell you for a fact it's not a diss by any means, but let me tell you my interpretation of it as we go. So, without further ado, this is the last song on the album, 1985, Intro to the Fall Off.
1985, I arrived. 33 years, damn, I'm grateful I survived. We wasn't supposed to get past 25. Jokes on you, but now it's young. Everybody say the music that they make is dumb. I remember I was 18. Money parties, I was on the same thing. You gotta give a boy a chance to grow some.
See, that's what I don't understand. How people gonna say it's a diss when J. Cole's saying he's relating to the new generation and where they're coming from about music, because at one point J. Cole music was considered untraditional hip-hop, like it's being called today. So I don't know, I don't get the dialect between this and this. It's more like I'm here, I understand what you're going through, so let me tell you how I made it through it. So let's go ahead and continue. I'm trying not to pause it a lot. I know y'all want to hear it, but I'm trying to give you my interpretation of it. So let's go ahead.
Everybody talking like they know something these days. Niggas acting woke, but they broke. I respect the struggle, but you all frontin' these days, man. They barely old enough.
Also, I like that verse too. He's saying, I'm not saying I'm struggling. I'm not saying I'm from the hood for a flex. That's what a lot of rappers are doing these days. Is they think, you know, I'm from the hood, blah blah blah, this, that, and the other. But sooner or later, we find out they ain't from the hood. They from the suburban area with the whitest kids, with the nice. They have a meal on the table every day. You know what I mean? So J. Cole is saying, you know, why are we glorifying struggle when people actually do struggle and they don't get a chance to talk about it because it might not be as hardcore, or they don't have an outlet for that. So, you know, let me just continue on with this.
To drive, to tell them what they they should do. Who the fuck am I? I heard one of them diss me, I'm surprised. I ain't tripping, listen good to my reply. Come here, little man, let me talk with you. See if I can paint for you the large picture. Congrats, cause you made it out your mama house. I hope you make enough to buy your mama house.
I like that.
I see you watch Icy and your whip form. I got some good advice, never quit torn. Cause that's the way we eat here in this rap game. I'm fucking with your funky little rap name. I hear your music and I know that rap's changed.
Boom. What I'm saying. So how is this a diss? So how we gonna call J. Cole this a diss? And how we gonna say at concerts, at Smoke Perp concert, FJ Cole, I love it, FJ Cole, FJ. How you gonna say that when he's just telling you that he's like, okay, I understand rap is changing, but let me tell you how you can be successful in this industry because you're riding a short wave. Now you don't understand? I think y'all don't understand what I'm trying to get at. You know, as an intellect and as somebody that's appreciative, a lyricist, y'all gotta understand that these rappers are talking about lean, drugs, alcohol, sex, and you know, that's something that's glorified these days, like he just said. So J. Cole saying, you know, you can only rap about that so long, you know. So like, why can't you're riding a short wave, you're looking short term. So why not look at the long term and become something even greater than what you are right now? And I understand that people are gonna be like, oh man, blah blah blah, this, that, the other. But you gotta understand, J. Cole's coming from a place of well-being, a place from, he's been there before, the experience, he's an experienced artist, so why not take his advice instead of coming on Twitter like Lil Pump did saying, oh, you dissed the 17-year-old. If you listen to the track, he did not diss you whatsoever. So let's go ahead and continue, man.
A bunch of folks will say that that's a bad thing, cause everything's commercial when it's pop now. Trap drums is the shit that's hot now. See, I've been on a quest for the next wave.
I like that. You know, people always ask me, don't you think you hopped on the YouTube wave too late? And I'm like, maybe I did hop on it too late, but I'm looking for the next wave. And I like that quote because as an innovator, as somebody that wants to be an entrepreneur when he grows up, someone that wants to be in control of his own business, you always got to be constantly looking at new trends. So right now, as you can see, YouTube is turning into a cable-free like zone. So YouTube has its own series called YouTube Red, as y'all know, where Logan Paul's in the thinning, and there's a couple other TV shows happening with Alex Wasabi, Lord DIY. You know, they have all that little sitcom thing going on. So YouTube is becoming a platform for TV shows, not only TV shows, but videos like mine, where we're able to react to music like this. So what's going to be next after YouTube? You know what I mean? That's what I'm always thinking about, and I'm trying to hop on that wave before it's not too late, before anybody else does, so I can be a pioneer like a Fred, you know, or like who else was on YouTube forever? Red and Link was on YouTube forever. Good Mythical Morning. I want to be a pioneer for a new platform.
But never mind, that was just a segue. I must say, by your songs I'm unimpressed, hey. But I love to see a black man get paid.
Alright, see there? I can tell where you guys think that's a diss. Where he's like, I don't like your music. But one of the things he says is, just because I don't like it, don't mean I don't like you as a person. He's saying, look, I don't like your music, but I like seeing another colored person get paid. Because not a lot of people like my skin tone get, you know, this type of publicity, this type of money, this type of bag, you know, that they secure, and that's what's something he appreciates, you know. So just because he didn't like his music doesn't mean he didn't like him as a person and seeing him succeed. So let's go ahead and continue.
And plus you having fun and I respect that.
Exactly.
But have you ever thought about your impact? These white kids love it, that's exactly what's expected when your skin black. They want to see you dab, they want to see you pop a pill, they want to see you tatted from your face to your heels.
I like this verse a lot. The reason why I like this verse a lot is because a lot of social media people that are black and who are Hispanic, who are Asian, who are a minority, who are a color, think that to make it on social media, you have to wild out. My first example, Boot Gang. Boot Gang was fine. You know what I mean? Like, he was a normal person, he did a social media thing, but he started doing it to a fault until he got so bad it got caught up to him. So people think to make it on social media, you have to wild out. That you have to be some kind of criminal that you have to do some kind of enormous prank and make a fool of yourself, making a fool of your color, making a fool of your gender, making a fool of your religion. You know, that's not how you're gonna make it, bro. And that's what J. Cole is saying. He's like, just because you wilding out for the white people who are watching your content, who are listening to your content, because 90% of Lil Pump fans or New Era fans are white. And you know what he says? He says they think. That's it. Let me get it.
Damn, fuck it, I gotta keep it real. They wanna be black and think your song is how it feels. So when you turn up, you see them turning up too.
Right there. You know, that's what I'm. You know, white people think Lil Pump is how it feels to be black, popping off a pill, going crazy on alcohol, having sex, crazy. You know, I'm here to tell you, like, that's not what being black is about. You know, we take a stand in something. That's a part of a culture that we don't want to be identified with. Me, myself, I don't want to be identified with, because we already have a stereotypical black man, which is jail, drug dealer, or unemployed. So what kind of statement is Lil Pump making by saying I'm popping off a Xan, I'm popping off a perp, and so is Lil Smoke Perp? And I'm not saying I'm dissing them. I'm just saying, you know, J. Cole has a point. Take a look at yourself. Take a look at what you're saying. Take a look at your influences on others. Look at how many people died off Xans. You know what I mean? Speaking of Xan, Little Xan, his name is Little Xan, endorsing Xanax, a pill that shouldn't be taken amongst youth. What I'm saying is, artists should look at what they're trying to say and what they're trying to convey to a younger generation whose minds are young and are manipulative. So I just agree with what he's saying. So let's go ahead and continue.
You hit the next city, collect your money when it's due. You getting that paper, swimming in bitches. I don't blame you. You ain't thinking about the people that's looking like me and you. True, you got better shit to do. You could have bought a crib with all that bread that you done
right.
I know you think this type of revenue is never in it, but I want to take a minute just to tell you that ain't true.
That's what people get caught up. It's like, I'm gonna ride this wave until it dies. But when it dies, you don't realize when it dies until you run out of money, until you go bankrupt. And you're like, wow, I just spent 5 years rapping about Molly Percocet, talking about sex. And now that wave is over with, and I don't have enough money to buy myself a house. I got all these cars that are leased, but I don't have enough money to pay these cars off. I don't have enough money to go to buy a house, you know. So I'm gonna just leave that with that.
When dead and kids is listening, gon' grow up and get too old for that shit that made you blow up.
Exactly.
Now your show's looking like cause they don't show up, which unfortunately means the money slow up. Now you scrambling and hoping to get hot again, but you forgot you only cop cause you was riding trends. Now you old news and you going through regrets cause you never bought that house but you got a Benz.
Right.
And a bunch of jewels and a bunch of shoes and a bunch of fake friends. I ain't judging you, I'm just telling you what's probably gonna happen when you rapping about the type of shit you rapping about. It's a faster route to the bottom, I wish you good luck. I'm hoping for your sake that you ain't dumb as you look, but if it's really true what people saying and you call yourself playing with my name, then I really know you fuck. Trust, I'll be around forever cause my skills is
tip-top. So I can see where that part, that verse, that section could be caught up as a diss. But Lil Pump do be playing with J. Cole's name. And as a legend and as a pioneer of hip-hop, of rap, and why Lil Pump is able to do what he does is because of artists like J. Cole, like Kendrick Lamar, like Joey Badass, like Lupe Fiasco. Those guys are able to give those guys voices for them to be who they are. So for you to be dissing on J. Cole, a pioneer, is something bold, but at the same time disrespectful. And at the same time, this isn't a diss, this is more like advice. Here's what I've been through. I've been through the change, but now there's a second change coming, so let me tell you how to be successful, more successful than I am. He wants Lil Pump, Smoke Perp, Tekashi 6ix9ine to be more successful than he was, and he is. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying. And there's 20 seconds left to the song, so I love it.
To any amateur niggas that wanna get rap, just remember what I told you when your shit flop. In 5 years, you gon' be on Love and Hip Hop.
I like that part because he's saying, don't take my advice. Go ahead, be stubborn. Don't listen to me. Don't take my advice. Look where you end up 5 years from now. Because waves do die. And that's what he has to understand, that new waves are coming. And that's just one of the many things I love about J. Cole. He keeps it 100 with everything he says and he does. He lays low. He's never in social media or drama. Have you ever noticed that? One of the things that people like about Lil Pump, 6ix9ine, Smokepurpp, or not so much Smokepurpp. I use Smokepurpp more now because I saw what happened on Twitter at this concert. He's saying F J. Cole, F that. So Smokepurpp, man, I hope you realize that it wasn't a diss, it wasn't a shot, it was more advice to you, for you to listen and for you to comprehend and understand. So with that being said, man, J. Cole, one of the best artists out here. If you haven't listened to the album completely through, I suggest you do. And if you are a Lil Pump fan, if you are a Smokepurpp fan, you know, don't take offense to what I'm saying. Just open it with open minds and open hearts and listen to what J. Cole is really trying to say or convey to artists like that. So with that being said, man, if you ain't up to it, you ain't down to it, man, what you gonna do with it? I'm Z Gaming. Don't forget to remember, hit the subscribe button on the new link to my new channel, and I'll see y'all later.
Baila conmigo, mujer, que la noche solamente comienza. En tu mirada puedo ver lo que piensas. Una belleza más.
Enjoy it.